Hello and welcome to Competitive Crunch. My name is Spade, and Smogon has just banned Mega Mawile from their singles OU metagame at 2 Ubers. And we don't have the final results yet, but currently at this time, from 97 people who earned the right to vote on the suspect testing, 80 have voted, and from them, 80% said yes to banning Mega Mawile. So it no longer matters what the rest of the 17 people say, although I'm pretty sure they will somewhat evenly split there. But no matter what happens, Mega Mawile is now gone from the Smogon OU metagame. And I just have to put this out there, it's people like you and me who can just go on the suspect testing ladder on Pokemon Showdown and earn the right to vote and actually make a difference in the suspect testings. It's really that simple. If you think you're good enough, you should do it in the future rounds, because I'm sure there will be more. Anyways, I thought I wouldn't go into too much detail about all the specific things about Mega Mawile, which makes it so broken, so I thought I would do just a little recap, because I kind of did that in the last episode. But basically, Mega Mawile has the highest base attack stat of all Pokemon in 259, and coupled with its abilities and Steel Fairy typing, its limited yet effective move pool, including priority Sucker Punch to somewhat overcome the lack of speed it has, makes Mega Mawile a Pokemon that can easily find opportunities to either sit up and sweep, or then just outright wall break your opponent's teams. And that directly results in Mega Mawile not really having any direct counters, and it is able to hit KO the entire OU metagame, which doesn't really make it for a healthy metagame. And that is why it's basically gone. You can go and watch the previous episode if you want for more details. But anyways, few points I thought I would bring up here. You know, a lot of people are upset about Smogon virtually banning all the Pokemon, especially the Mega Pokemon. That's the point a lot of people like to bring up, but honestly, this isn't anything new from what Smogon has done in the past, and honestly, it just makes sense. There's more Pokemon, so naturally there will be more tier changes, and especially with this whole Mega Evolution concept, you know, a lot of them just are not designed for the singles metagame, and that's why a lot of them are getting the banhammer in the Smogon singles metagame. I don't know why I need to stress that point, but some people don't get it. There's actually a difference between doubles and singles, so just thought I would put it out there again. But then a lot of people also bring up the point that, you know, when you ban one thing, then another one, you know, becomes broken. But honestly, now, if we talk about something like Mega Mawile, that is really not the case. I mean, Mega Mawile was broken from the start. If anything, it will just... Well, obviously, now with all the other Pokemon that have gotten banned before Mega Mawile, obviously it has more freedom now. But it doesn't mean it wasn't broken in the past. But it's just natural that when you got something like Mega Kangaskhan, obviously everybody will be using Mega Kangaskhan instead of Mega Mawile, because it has its obvious limitations, but it still doesn't mean it's not broken. Now, if we think about Pokemon like Mega Kangaskhan that was banned, let's say all the Deoxys forms that were in the OU metagame, and what else would we have? Blaziken got banned, well, Aegislash was the previous one. All of those Pokemon, Genesect, Mega Gengar, none of them were counters to Mega Mawile. Sure, they were like checks that could keep it at bay, but if we would have a metagame where we would have all this broken stuff, then it would, in all the games, we would only see about these 10 Pokemon, and that's how it was kind of at the beginning. Everybody was trying out the Deoxys forms, everybody was spamming Aegislash, everybody was spamming Genesect and trapping things with Mega Gengar and stuff like that. So it wasn't a healthy metagame, and Smogon and their goal is really to create that healthy metagame, which is really something that you could see as an impossible task. Like, why do you think nobody else besides Smogon really does it? I mean, sure, there are other online simulators like Pokemon Online and Pokebattle, but they don't really their main focus really is on just, you know, on the simulators, on playing on their simulators. They don't really try to emphasize those rules for the actual games like Smogon does. Or maybe they do, but they haven't really gone, in a sense, in that mainstream direction that Smogon has been able to obtain over the years. And Smogon is something that has been going on for like, what, over 10 years now? They existed back when, you know, Red and Blue came out. They had their own OU rules for that metagame, and they have kept going and growing and growing over the years, but they really have this impossible, almost impossible task. And in a way, you could say it's an impossible task to balance out a Pokemon singles metagame, but at least Smogon is trying, and that is something I can really appreciate, as there aren't really any other authorities that would try to do it. And for many people like myself who started playing back at Red and Blue, you know, we can appreciate that there are actual rules for the singles metagame, because otherwise there aren't any. And Smogon's rule set, out of all the other few options that we have that we really don't have, it's Smogon's rules that really only make sense. And that's my little rant on that. But anyways, Mega Mawile indeed is now gone, and we're all eagerly waiting what is going to be happening next. A lot of people say this should be the blast suspect testing that we see for now. And maybe it is, but at least I'm personally feeling what I'm thinking is going to happen. Probably Pokemon like maybe the Charizards. That's an interesting topic altogether. Maybe the Charizards and Mega Pinsir could be the next Pokemon to be looking at. But also something to keep in mind is that Pokemon Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire are coming out soon, and Smogon could be reversing some of their bans in the future when those games come out, because we will obviously have some new Mega Pokemon there, and maybe some of them could balance out the recently banned Pokemon, and they could be brought back to the metagame, and probably will be brought back to the metagame to be tested again. So just bringing that out there too, that there's a chance that these recently banned Pokemon like Aegislash and Mega Mawile could be making a return, but it all depends on what we get in the future. Also, there's like move tutors coming out, so it could change a lot of Pokemon besides all the new Pokemon we're getting with those games. So that's gonna be really interesting to see, but we'll see what happens when those games come out. But there's a lot of things that could happen. And with that, I will conclude this episode. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time with something else, you are always free to leave comments below and let me know what you think about this topic, and also if you have some topics in mind that I could discuss in the future. I would like to at least consider it, depending what it is. Anyways, rambling as usual, so until next time, whenever that is, this is Spade, rambling and signing out. Peace.